You're at 109 right now.
So the day was June 7th, and I went to Vidiots in Eagle Rock. I don't have a lot of experience in Eagle Rock, but I went there because Robert Townsend was going to be there.
I want to do the whole, I grew up, I never watched television with a prejudice eye. I loved everybody I saw on television. And so when I got to Hollywood, we started auditioning for these parts, and it was just horrible. And there was a part of my brain that was like, I don't want to complain, but it's like, I got to do something. And so, I had the worst audition. We both had the worst audition of our lives. There was a director from England doing this pimp movie. And I go into audition, and this guy's trying to tell me how to be black. But he's doing it in such a way where he owns it. He's like, no, it's all wrong. It's all wrong. You get out of the Cadillac and you pimp style. And you walk like this. How's your car? You call it dick, is a dick or a car? A car dick. How's your car? Walk like this. Walk like this. Walk like this. I'm doing this shit. Can you flare your nostrils? Can you flare your nostrils? Flare. You people scare me when you flare your nostrils. Flare. I'm doing this shit. Now hold your dick. Hold it, flare. Hold, flare. Hold, flare.
I remember Robert Townsend because he hired me to be in his movie, The Meteor Man, when I was a young lad. And he was presenting his movie, Hollywood Shuffle. And there was a large, group there who were fans of his, and they were there to support the Vidiots, event, as well as watch the movie. So the movie they were presenting was Hollywood Shuffle. This was Robert Townsend's first directorial, or it was his directorial debut. And so I was there on June 7th. Then, by the way, this is a recap of what's been happening in the month of June. At some point in the month of June, I learned about Richard Wright's book entitled The Outsider, and I searched for a copy of this book. I called Malik Books in Crenshaw at the Baldwin Hills Crenshaw Plaza. They didn't have a copy there. And then I called the Malik Books in in the old Fox Hills Mall, what is the Westfield Culver City now, and they didn't have a copy there. Maybe I was just asking for the Outsider, and maybe I wasn't just asking for Richard Wright. They could have, because this book that I'm holding in my hands contains two of his books. So if they didn't see the title, and they only saw his name, and they saw one of his favorite, or rather one of his more popular works, Native Son, and they didn't see The Outsider, maybe that's why they told me that they didn't have it. I'm just trying to be positive here. But Malik Books didn't have the book. And then I went to the Last bookstore in LA. That's a bookstore in downtown Los Angeles, and I asked them if they had a copy, and they did not. So let me see, there were 3 bookstores. I think I called one other bookstore, or was it just 2 Malik bookstores and then the bookstore in LA? So those are 3 bookstores that I called, or 2 that I called and 1 that I went to. Anyhow, long story short, I was in Seattle, Washington a few days ago, and I made a 36-hour train ride up from LA to Seattle. I stayed in Seattle for 2 nights, and while I was in Seattle, I went to a bookstore, and I asked them if they had Richard Wright, The Outsider, and the gentleman was like, yeah, we've got it. And I was like, I asked him, I said, what kind of bookstore is this? And he said, a very good one. And I said, I think so, dude. I really do. I agree. And so that was Seattle. Of course, there were other interesting events while I was in Seattle. I'm glad I had a chance to visit that city. I had a pleasant time there. The weather, or rather the sunlight, that is something to get used to. It's up there on the Tropic of Cancer, I think it is, or the Tropic of Capricorn. I'm not sure. It's so high in elevation, I guess, or in latitude, or latitudinal, where it's situated, that it's like being in Switzerland. It's like being in Sweden and in Denmark, because those countries are situated that high or that far up on the globe, and so they don't get as much sunlight as you do in California or in Los Angeles. And so SAD is a real thing, seasonal affective disorder. Basically, their sun doesn't go down. Sun sets around 10 p.m. and then sunrise is around like 4 a.m. So it's a very short period that they get, complete darkness, or at least, some, nighttime. And that can really affect your sleeping, your circadian rhythm. It can really affect you mentally, When I talked with the Seattleians, the Washingtonians, when I talked with some of them, whether they were transplants, whether they were natives, whatever, when I talked with them, they were all shitting on LA. Oh, LA, I hate the LA traffic. Oh, LA sucks. LA is so dirty. LA is this and that and that. And I'm like, okay, get it all out, because, their depression was evident when they were asked to talk about LA. oh, that sunshine. They think there's something else. They think they're so happy and they're so, healthy, and we're up here just so sad. And like, yeah, it was really showing. So, anywho, that was my experience in the past, over the past month. It's been 18 days. Tomorrow's June 10th. June 19th, Juneteenth celebrations will take place tomorrow. And then, what else is happening? Then we've got the golf, pro golf, or top golf event on Saturday. Hang out with Big Mike, and possibly Kimberly will join us. And I'll show them Los Angeles, more of the city and what have you. And that'll be for June. My little trip to Seattle was great, but I still have the desire to travel. I don't want this summer vacation to pass me by without traveling a little bit more. So I hope to get out. Oh, I'm going to go to Vegas. Yep. So Randy and I will be going to Vegas. So that's in the works. That's going to happen. So that's travel. But I also want to, go farther than that, because I've been to Vegas plenty of times, and for where we're going, we've been before. But I want to go to 109 East Palace in New Mexico, and I want to visit Philippe's 109 in Colorado Springs, Colorado. That would be awesome. Take some road trips to go that far. That's a long ways, of course. That's a very long ways, but I think that would be really, really cool. All right, that's my update for June 2024. Peace. And blessings. Kobe, let them know.
You're at 109 right now.